Hey guys, so welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about something really important. So if you don't already have a pen and paper while you're watching this, you're going to want to grab one because this is some really important stuff we're going to be going over today. We're going to be talking about playing with the team. And this goes really across the board. This isn't just an iHeart thing. This is wherever you might be playing. Some really important things that you want to keep in mind. So the first thing I want to talk about is Pastor Travis always says this: not playing is just as important as playing. And when I first came on the team, I thought that was ridiculous. I was like, why would you not play? Why don't we all play always? And over time, I've learned that is a lot of wisdom. Learning that when I play all the time, it almost gets like that annoying buzz sometimes that you'll hear, or if something just won't stop. It's just constantly going. It can get really annoying, and it just takes away from the whole thing that's going on. But if you learn how to back off and stop playing and just let things ride where they're at, it can almost create a nice pocket for people to be in to hear what the Holy Spirit's saying without something crazy going on the keys or whatever instrument. And I have learned over time how to tell what those moments are when I'm playing and I just need to stop. There's no real formula to know exactly when that you need to stop playing. It's almost just like a feel. Okay, we're kind of coming into a moment right here where things are really died down. And I mean, the most important thing about being on a worship team is staying in tune with the Holy Spirit. And the only way you're going to do that is spending time daily in His Word. And so when you develop that relationship with the Holy Spirit, He tells you. He just tells you. You just know, okay, I need to back off here. And if you've never experienced that before, because I didn't when I first came to iHeart, when they told me to listen to the Holy Spirit, I was like, I'm a Baptist. I don't know what the Holy Spirit is telling me. But as you develop a relationship with Him through daily spending time with Him, you're gonna understand what that means. And what you have to do is be able to trust Him enough to say, okay, I'm gonna back off now, even though I don't know where this is going, and then whenever you tell me, I'll come right back in. And if you give Him the chance to do that, you'll see amazing things happen in yourself. You'll realize those moments that God is really working, and how you playing could have just been an annoying buzz in somebody's ear while the Holy Spirit's trying to talk to them. So I like to say silence is golden. So if you are debating whether or not you should drop out, chances are you should drop out. So you can learn your parts, and Pastor Travis will tell you what he wants. Your team lead will tell you what they want, but you can play your parts and everything. But if you're not sure, okay, this really seems to be like a holy moment, maybe I should not play, then just nicely drop out. You just kind of go back to the first note of the line, and then just drop out and kind of let things go. A lot of times pads will take over, and it'll just be that kind of ambiance, and you'll have maybe electric guitar swells and stuff like that, but it doesn't need keys. And the more that you practice letting that happen, the more comfortable you'll get with it. Sometimes when you're playing a specific song, we have parts. So the keys part comes in at the first chorus. It's not needed in the first verse, like No Longer Slaves. You don't need keys in the first verse. That guitar is playing it, and keys is just going to be that, like, just an annoying sound in there. It's not needed. And the reason that that's a big deal, that we know when to play and when not to play, is because whenever you don't have keys in that first verse, and then you come in with keys in that chorus, it gives it a nice... I've been listening to keys recently, and I've learned that whenever keys come in, it's almost like... it kind of tells people where we're at. Okay, 1. Okay, here we're going to the next little change. Okay, next change. And that's all you need is just that. And the guitars are carrying the rhythm, or the drums or whatever. You don't have to have a lot. It's kind of just telling people where the changes are, where the lines are changing. And so whenever they come in, it reminds people, okay, we're coming in here. Here's kind of the rhythm that we're doing, And so it kind of gives people like markers where to sing and how to sing and stuff. We have to remember, too, whenever we're talking about not playing all the time, it's not our time to shine. It's never, ever our time to shine. It's always God's. And so if we're thinking about how this is making us sound, or I don't want to stop playing because this is a really cool part and I practice this part a lot, then we have the totally wrong mindset. And we've got to get rid of that. We've got to make sure that it's never about us. For that to happen, for it not to be our time to shine, we have to understand that sometimes we're going to have to do what we don't want to do. Sometimes I've practiced this part and it's so pretty and it sounds so good when I'm at home, but whenever I come together, my team lead is telling me that doesn't sound good with what the electric guitar player is playing. You need to drop out. And I'm like, I really worked on this. I worked on this for an hour at home, and I get really bummed out. But then I have to check myself and say, okay, is it about me and this cool piano part, or is it about God and what he wants to do? And although I'm following the Holy Spirit in his lead, he speaks through authority. And so he's going to tell the team lead what needs to happen, and I have to follow that authority. And that's all I'm responsible for. So making sure that you're following the Holy Spirit through your team lead and understanding that it's not always going to be what you want, and that's okay, because that's what playing as part of a team looks like. So, all right, I'll see y'all next time.